If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
There's a responsibility there.
Right.
When did you realize you had that? I would imagine not your first year in the league, maybe not your third, right? Did that take a little while to evolve into the, I have a responsibility here?
Yeah, the maturity side of it did, of course. I mean, as you grow, as you get older, you definitely become more mature. But, I'm just really speaking about, what greatness is. Greatness, a lot of people look at greatness and says, wow, he's great. Greatness is a lot of small things done well.
Right.
Greatness is not this one big thing that's done.
Right.
Hey, he's great today. No, there's a lot of small things, a lot of sacrifice, And I tell kids like this all day, every day. I was never the biggest. I was never the strongest. I was never the fastest. But when I got in the 9th grade and somebody outran me, I was going to ask them to race me every freaking day. I wanted to race them every day. And then when I realized that I wasn't as strong as I wanted to be, I took a simple deck of cards. All right, me and my mom, we weren't fortunate to have a lot. But at the time, I bought a deck of cards from a friend of mine. And my mom would tell you, when I got home from work, after I'd done my homework, fed my sisters, got them in the bed, I never left my room. I never left my room from the 9th grade, and I've never stopped that to this day. And I mastered those deck of cards with push-ups and sit-ups. Now I'm on 3 decks, of course, because time changes.
Show off.
But it's that important on, you can go back and say, what made you accomplish all of these things? And I go back to say, man, I've done a lot of little things that I had a lot of teammates back in the day that had way more talent than me. But they wouldn't work though.
Right.
They would not put in the extra effort. And I'm like, man, why don't you just get this workout in? Like once we get this out, you can do anything you want to do.
Right.
Like I'm gonna be outside with you in the next 45 minutes, but I'm gonna got my work in. And that's the thing, man. I started in the 9th grade, and I tell you, still to this day, I will never stop it until I'm done.
I've heard you talk about your relationship with your mom, and as you talk now about how you are responsible to others and the approach you take, it sounds like your mom talking to you, the way you would tell the stories about your mom. Right? Is that fair?
That's exactly what it is. She installed in me something very early, man. She didn't hesitate with it. She told me she didn't have time for me to be a child.
Right.
She told me I needed to be a man. This was at 9 years old. And so mom was rough. Mom was rough, and mom was probably my mom was so strict, it was freaking incredible. And she was rough, and she did it right, and that's all my credit first after it comes from God. It goes definitely to her because she's my best friend. I love her to death for what she did in Southern.
Turned out pretty good. We'll take a break here. It is the Bud Light Purple and Black Attack. Brent Harris, Brad Jackson, hanging out with 52 Ray Lewis. We're back with one more segment right here Monday night. WNST.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.